Halloween, and this week, I'm sinking these bad boys in your mama with Dracula by Bram Stoker. Now, the story of my boy Drac ain't told like most, cause we getting the beat on this blood-sucking player from a bunch of letters and other scribbles. Now, it all started when Jonathan Harker arrived in Transylvania to take care of some business. But when the local po folk here, he headed to the fat crib of Count Dracula, they all start wigging out. On the real, the Count seemed like your regular uptown gangster, until John cuts himself shaving. Oh, When John started recognizing that Castle Dracula is about the craziest damn place he ever seen, he like, I gotta get my white ass out of here. Later, Harker's woman Mina heading out to visit her homegirl Lucy, and this dips milkshake bringing all the boys to the yard. But since two of them just scrubs, she decided to get down with Arthur. Gets real creepy when some hoopty-ass boat from Castle Dracula gets wrecked on shore. The only thing left are about 50 boxes of dirt, a big-ass pooch that up and disappears, and a dead body strapped to the ship. One night, Lucy starts sleepwalking like she do, and Mina follows her to a graveyard where some hood-ass player getting all up in her shit. That mystery brother disappeared, leaving 2 bite marks on Lucy's neck, and now she getting sick as hell. So Seward hit up his old teach Van Helsing, who take one look at her crusty ass and like, yeah, something's f***ed up right here. To save her, Van Helsing, Seward, Quincy, and Arthur straight open up a vein for this bride, but that ain't do a damn thing, and she dies. When Van Helsing hear that some crazy crackhead been busting up little kids, he goes to Lucy's boy toys and drops a bomb on their asses. They need to murk Lucy again, cause she's become a vampire. After tearing that bitch up, Van Helsing's boys crew up with Mina and John to go after the big dog himself, Count D. But before they can make a move, Dracula gets to jump on Mina, makes her sip some of his vampire juice, and now she one step closer to going out like Lucy. Our boy's only hope of saving Mina is to ice the big D, and the only way to do that is to sniff out every one of his dirt nap boxes and take them bitches out. Dracula trucks his pasty ass back to Transylvania, and eventually Van Helsing and the gang catch up to him and shank that sucker. So when Mina and John have themselves a little G of their own, they name him after the whole crew and call him Quincy, since their boy went down fighting the big D, Dick. Even though a blood-sucking white boy sounds scary to this thug, that ain't all that was making those Victorians piss themselves. To them, the real monster was seeing a sexually liberated woman. Doing her thing. That girl Lucy's the perfect example of what put skid marks in the Victorians' jaws. Not only is she so fly that she got 3 horn dogs hollering at that ass, but she's also exchanging fluids with 4 dudes on the DL. And what's the problem when a woman's sexuality is let off the chain? The tight-ass image of the Victorian mother falls to and we see a sexy vampire Lucy straight tossing babies. And if they can't control her, they gotta kill her. And to this G, that's one of the reasons they able to save Mina. She's the true blue Victorian wifey who just wanna help her hubby out. But that ain't all, B. One of the reasons this book continues to scare brothers today is cause Dracula always reminding us that things may not be what they seem. Dracula may talk real fancy and be decked out in sweet swag like your average rich Victorian, but he really a stone cold blood-chugging gangster. You can't judge a book by its cover, man. And in a society that's so set on breaking a brother down just by looking at him, there ain't nothing more scary than someone who defies stereotypes. Nah, I mean? You do not let your eyes see nor your ears hear, and that which is outside your daily life is not of account to you. Do you not think there are things which you cannot understand, and yet which are? That some people see things that others cannot? Wanna see, hear, and understand? You gotta hit that subscribe button, yo. Catch you later. Peace.